Good evening, Raskin enjoyers. I hope you're doing all right. So let's get things straight off the bat. You might have noticed a certain skin wasn't in today's Rust store. I'm sure you probably saw this tweet, and in places like the Rust subreddit and whatnot, loads of people were talking about the likes of the garage door. It was a little bit too transparent. We could see too much. And, well, with the likes of the tweet I made here, there was a lot of traction there and a lot of negative feedback. A lot of people didn't seem to like this. Facepunch took note, and they decided to not actually include it in today's Rust store. Yes, this was accepted, but it wasn't actually put into the Rust store. So, potentially, the skin creator, Mr. Robstar, maybe he's going to make a new version with not so much transparency, and maybe, there's a fairly decent chance we'll probably see it at some point in the near future. But not next week, because next week's the Christmas Rust stores. So we'll talk more about that a little bit later. But yes, even though this was accepted, and it was expected to appear, negative feedback happened, and, well, it was the decision was they're not going to actually add it to the Rust store. Beanie Hat still in though. We'll talk more about him in a little bit. But yeah, so that is the case. That's what's happened. If you're confused, now you have your answer. And of course, with the Rust store rotating about 6 hours earlier, here they are. We actually had the Legacy Bow here. I wasn't actually expecting that, but yeah, Legacy Bow is in fact something you can buy. And just to verify this, Legacy Bow is available for the whole month, or at least for the rest of this month. So this is going to be persisting in Rust stores over the course of December. So if you don't feel like you want to buy that right now, fair enough, you can wait it out. If anything, you'll probably be able to buy it in the Steam market potentially for cheaper. If that's the way you want to go with this, that's up to you. But first of all, we're looking at this brand new Rust store. Which of these skins potentially might or might not be abnormal? Let's go ahead and find out. So we have 8 brand new skins right here. Let's get a good look at all of them. First up, we have the Antique Salvage Sword. This is abnormal, as you can see right here. The Copper M249 is not abnormal. The Legacy Bow is abnormal. And if you go over to here, the Legacy Kevlar Face Mask and Chest Plate are both abnormal. Then you have the likes of the Ninja AK-47, that is also abnormal. And the Ronin Hoodie and Pants are not abnormal. That means for the next week, we have the likes of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 abnormals to chase after, so keep that in your mind. Yes. Now, speaking of abnormals, we did not have them last night, did we? Last week's Rust store rotation was delayed by about 2 minutes after midnight, unfortunately. And that still led to the fact that we have a delayed Rust store. So what has happened? If you look at the skins from the past week, you might notice they don't actually have any proper price listings at the moment. None of these 9 skins that came out last week are currently marketable. They will become marketable in about 3.5 hours' time. When it's midnight in the UK, that is when they're going to become marketable, all 9 of them. So technically speaking, it's like doing abnormals, but for all the skins. So whilst you're watching this video, the whole builder thing would have happened by now. So yeah, sorry about this. This is for the people in my chat right now. I will have a separate video of showcasing the delayed Rust store buy orders. If you look back 2 weeks, you'll see that we've already done this before because we had a delayed Rust store 2 weeks ago. It's a bit awkward, but it is what it is. So right now, chat, Twitch, you need to decide what skins are you going to prioritize with your buy orders because, well, loads of people are going to be jumping in and loads of people are going to be attacking. So you got 3.5 hours to figure that out. So without any skins being marketable, there's not much we can really say, but what we can talk about is the final sales. Neon Vibes Furnace ended up just under 18,000 bare minimum sales. Brewster's Armored Door ended with just under 15,000 bare minimum sales. But again, don't forget, there's probably accounts out there that are private that probably bought maybe a few thousand of them. We don't know. They're private. But over the course of time, we'll gradually, slowly find out if that did happen, because you might see a lot more quantity being noticed. But at the end of the day, it's a lot lower than we realised. And if you bought in, props to you. Did I buy in? Let's go find out. That is an unusual hat. Sorry, wrong spot. Sorry. There we are. Yeah, I bought 50 of the Redemption set, 50 of the Brutalist Armored Doors, and I bought 50 of the Neon Vibes Furnaces. I felt confident in them, and I jumped in. I went for it. And we'll see if that potentially leads to anything. Go away, hat. Go away. So, yes, that turned out to be pretty interesting. But yeah, at some point in just a few hours' time, these skins will be appearing on the Steam market. But by the time you're watching this video, it would have already happened. And so let's now jump in. Let's start talking about the likes of these brand new skins which have been accepted. Yes, we have 8 skins to take a look at. And as you can see, after only 6 hours, these 2 skins right here, they already have around 10,000 sales already, bare minimum. And we'll go ahead and talk about them right now. So the Legacy Kevlar face mask was one of those notable skins that I mentioned in that tweet. That's a face mask. Where's the face? Well, there you go. Get a good look at that. It's in the shape of a beanie hat. It is based on the old legacy designs of Kevlar from a long time ago. But this is modern rust, and that's kind of deceptive. And now you can understand why so many people are jumping in and buying these. Now, there are two relatable face masks that we can bring up. First of all, with the likes of the kayak mask, which I thought would have been negatively affected by this, the appearance of this Kevlar face mask. However, it hasn't actually gone down in price that much. Now, maybe it will probably slowly go down from here on now, who knows, but I looked at this last night, only two, oh, okay, well, one of them disappeared. Only one listing below the cheapest one last night has appeared. It doesn't really look like people notice it or care about the new face mask. Awkward, but it is what it is. The other face mask that we can bring up is going to be a Twitch Rivals drop that will be available next week. It's Team Rocket's face mask, which is basically the exact same thing, but with a strap, and it is the colour green. So at the end of the day, you could go ahead and buy that brand new Legacy Kevlar face mask for $2.49, or get that face mask right there for free. All you got to do is watch the stream for 2 hours. You have to watch either Buddha or Mendo, and that's not too hard, is it? So you're probably going to do that anyway. So scrolling back up, we need to talk about what likely will be happening to the likes of these two skins, because of course, after only 6 hours of these existing in a Rust store, they've already got that many sales. What is that going to end up at? And if we end up with a ridiculous amount of sales, will that, negatively affect the price? Well, of course it would. Yes, it would, because there'll be far too many of them in circulation. But we've had many notable skins sell a ton before, and they still did all right, didn't they? So let me also show you something real quickly. If I can take you back over to here, get a good look at that. So one of the first things that we discussed when we first noticed the early acceptances last night, how well does Kevlar blend in with the likes of Blackout Collection? Quite well. Quite well. So yeah, that actually blends in very nicely. If anything, it probably does a better job compared to likes of the Pirate Collection that we had earlier this year. Chest plate has like some white on it. Face mask is all white. Well, do you know what? We don't need a face mask. We'll just have nothing. We'll have a beanie hat. Again, you might be questioning, that's a little bit unfair. That's deceptive to have a face mask like that. Well, at the end of the day, someone brought this up to me. If you're seeing someone running around with full blackout and like what appears to be a beanie hat, you'd probably instantly know that that's not a beanie hat. That's a face mask. That's the Legacy Kevlar face mask. So it might be something that you just gradually, slowly realise is a thing. Yeah. It's going to be awkward for a while, I'm sure, but at the end of the day, it's now out. What are you going to do? So, what do you think? Do you reckon that blends in nicely? Is it actually a cheaper alternative? Well, let's go quickly do a quick comparison to the Blackout. So, Blackout Collection, how are you currently doing at the moment? It's still expensive, and it's only going to get more expensive as we slowly reach the likes of January. So all of this collection's $200+, but more specifically, what are the prices for the Tier 3 armour? The face mask is just under $5, and the chest plate is now $4. Whereas if we go back over to here, these two are $2.49 each. They are cheaper. Not by much, but they are cheaper. So I kind of get the feeling these might get some nice usage and, of course, be paired up with the likes of the Blackout Collection, maybe other skins like the Pirate Collection. We shall see. But from what we see here, this is looking to be doing very, very well. But if you want to make a smart purchase, you got to be patient. You got to wait this out. You got to wait until Wednesday. Look at the sales then and figure out what's going to happen. Also, like we already mentioned, these two skins are abnormal. We can use that abnormal time to our advantage. We can do our abnormal barders first, and then we can look at the sales afterwards. Look at all the the support, the barder amounts, and then you know what? If the barders go all the way up to $2.50, maybe it's a perfectly fine thing to just jump into. Yeah, and that has happened several times this year. Some skins were so strong in terms of their demand that you could just go buy it. You could just go buy it, it's fine. Right, so that is honestly the answer I have for you. I get the feeling it's going to be doing pretty good. But we are still somewhat in an awkward position. I'm not sure if we're still going to see a ridiculous amount of sales. I'm 50-50 on that. What the hell do you mean? Well, over the past several weeks, we've seen not very high sales during these Rust stores. Now, this skin right here, more specifically, is very, well, I can't avoid the word pay to win. But we need to wait it out still. All right? So, if this came out in January, I think it would have sold even more. But with the likes of Force Wipe happening today, we have noticed that there is a lot of people jumping in and playing the game and enjoying themselves right now. Plus, we also have the likes of Christmas next week, so we're going to get more, Christmas content added, and loads more people probably have time off next week. So, yeah, everything's working out. To be more specific, the Christmas content is coming out on December 16th on a Saturday, 7 o'clock UK time. So if you know your time zone difference between the UK, 7 o'clock, December 16, Saturday. All right, understood? Got it? Cool. Right. And of course, yeah, the Twitch event. Duh. So everything, from what we see here, this looks to be the beginning of the Christmas momentum, post-Christmas momentum. Basically, for the next 6 or so weeks, Rust skins are going to be improving in terms of demand. They're going to be increasing in price, and it's going to be a great time to sell them for delicious-looking profits. So, with the likes of this, I have to be patient. I have to wait it out. I have to wait and see what's going to go on, all right? I know, I say it all the time, but you really do need to wait it out with the likes of these. They might be doing 50,000 plus sales. But again, at the end of the day, abnormals, if the buy does easily go all the way up or even immediately above $2.50, then screw it. Go buy some. That'll be my answer. But yeah, at the end of the day, if you like it, buy it, use it, enjoy it. Support the skin creators. Keep them motivated to keep wanting to put out very nice creative designs. In Kosim's position here, well, he might just make tier 2 armor that's completely invisible. No, I'm joking. But yeah, like, keep them motivated. So, with that, I guess we'll move on then, because there's not much else you can really say. It's incredible for what it is, but how many are going to sell? So, moving on with the Ninja AK-47. It's very nice to look at, and it also looks back at you. Now, unfortunately, there is no aim down the sight image that I can showcase with this. But there is a version 2, which is basically the exact same thing, so I'll just quickly show you what happens when you aim down the sight. Oh, he removed it. Damn. Oh, well. So basically, if you can see that well enough, you do have the very sinister-looking eyes. Aim down the sight, he's looking at you. But yeah, this is a cool-looking design. I think that's going to get a lot of appreciation. What I can also point out to you is when you aim down the sight, which unfortunately we don't have a proper image of, there is a white tip there. Now, that should be helpful in most environments, probably not the Arctic environment. I'm not sure if it has a bit of a black tip on the top. Again, I can't see. Come on, Mishka, where's the aim down the sight image? Anyway, at the end of the day, this is an AK. I'm not surprised to see another AK, but I'm also immediately very hesitant. Yes, I'm looking at this with a financial perspective, okay? All right? By all means, if you like it, go ahead, buy it, use it, enjoy it, you get the idea, you understand. But we've just got this AK. Literally 2 weeks ago, we had the Abyss AK. And over the course of next week, we'll get all of these AKs. And then we have this Christmas AK that's also going to be given away as a Twitch drop. Yeah. All right. But Hedge, this is all black. Okay, fair enough. Understood. You probably would like that. But then again, what do we also have earlier this year? We had the Pirate AK with a red aim sight. So which one do you prefer? Because that's mostly all black. Again, at the end of the day, you're going to also sit there and say, but it's got like the white stuff on the side and whatnot. Oh, shut up. But yeah, red aim sight I would have thought would have been a whole lot more convenient for you, especially in all environments and whatnot. And that's cheaper. That right now is about $1.50. Can I confirm that? Yeah, it's about $1.50. Whereas the Ninja AK, well, that's currently selling for $1 more. I'm just pointing this out to you, because you have to be aware of how other people behave. Plus, this also immediately just did 9,000 bare minimum sales after 6 hours. That's a lot. And when you compare that to the many other AKs that came out recently, so let's just get a good look at all of this. After 6 hours, this did 9,000 bare minimum. You look at the Abyss AR, well, that right there did 13,000 over the course of a week. You have the Ronin AR, that did 7,400 over the course of a week. Then you had the Bullseye AR, so look, 7,000 bare minimum, 5,400 bare minimum, 10,000 bare minimum. Basically, this looks like it's also going to have a very absurd amount of sales as well. So I'm a bit cautious about that. Look, people aren't loyal to their AK-47s. There's always another AK. They see new shiny toy, they throw away the old one, they grab the new one, and then there's another one, they throw away the old one, grab the new one, there's another one, they throw away the old one, grab a new one. People's behaviour with AKs are well, they're not very loyal to their AKs. At the end of the day, maybe that one will do a fair bit better because it's got a very cool, awesome design. And I don't blame people wanting to actually buy it and use it. Fair enough. But I worry that there's going to be a lot of people buying these in excess with the pure intent to sell, and if there's far too many people doing that, that of course leads to far much quantity being in circulation. There's going to be far many appearing on the likes of third-party sites and of course the Steam market, which leads to people competing with each other. The price goes down, 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 and then the price suffers, and therefore potentially ends up at around $1. I can't imagine that AK is going to end up at $1, but it's only the first 6 hours. What's that going to look like by Wednesday? Plus, this is also abnormal, so we can use that abnormal time to our advantage. We could do the abnormal barter first, look at the support afterwards, then make a decision. But yeah, this is also, like these, selling pretty absurdly, and kind of worry about what's going on there. But again, maybe this blends in ever so nicely with the likes of using this. Maybe people are using this with like the blackout hybrids I just showed you a minute ago. Yeah? What do you reckon? Roaming around with this and that brand new AK? Do you reckon it looks cool? I'm pretty sure a lot of people out there who are probably buying all of this probably think it looks cool. So, cool. But yeah, again, this is abnormal. So I'm going to take my time. I'm going to wait it out. I'm going to go do those abnormal barders and we'll see what happens. Like, just remember, I'm talking about potentially wanting to buy 50 or 100 of these skins. I'm sure you can understand that. But to get the absolute best picture in regards to what potentially is going to happen over the course of the next week or month or year, I need to see how many sales have happened by then. So that's what I mean by playing it safe, playing it smarter. Again, financial perspective. So, cool looking skin. Well done there, Mr. Mishka. Let's now move on. Here is Mr. Duck's continuation of his copper collection. We've only had 3 weapon skins, if I'm correct. Yep, there we go. Yep, so last year we had all the core pieces and the gloves. Never got those boots, unfortunately. But here we have a brand new weapon. But unfortunately, M249s don't really hold up very well. So let's go take a look at all of them. Over the past 2 years, which ones are doing all right? Oh, well, there you go. Nope. Awkward. But will they improve by January time? I'm pretty sure they will. But they better hurry up. But I should also point out, we vaguely have that weird seasonal trend. Every season, so I'm talking spring, summer, fall, winter, we get a M249 skin being accepted. However, the Cold Hunter was accepted in August. It's kind of pushing it, but anyway. Yeah, I am not that confident, I'm afraid. Plus, when you take a look at the other copper weapons, they're not exactly doing super great at the moment, are they? But there's also not many of them on the Steam market. That's actually something I want to just quickly point out to all of you. There's only 13 of these here, huh? What's going on there? Well, I guess there's just no demand. And again, if there's 13 and they're all slowly going down, the barders only go up to so high, then clearly that's a bit of a problem. There's not demand. No demand. Issues. AK over here as well. Here's the AK. Get a good look at the listings, and again, same situation. The barders are only going up to a certain point, and the prices just keep going down. So, yeah, I get the feeling people aren't really super keen in regards to copper weapon skins to be precise. What do you think? Maybe that might be a 70 cent to 90 cent buy order. I hate to say it, but other people exist. And if people don't get instant gratification, damn. Sucks, but yeah. Alright. Ronin hoodie and pants. So, this is the final core piece to be accepted, and basically, all the Ronin stuff was bought out last night. If you saw my video from yesterday, or technically what was uploaded today, that being the figuring out prices, no abnormals for December 7, we already pointed out. Oh, thank you for the subscriptions there, Mr. Sniper. Much appreciated. I'll talk more about that in a second, because I'll explain what he just did. But again, if you watched this video, you'd notice that everybody already jumped in and bought out the likes of the Ronin armor and whatnot. So kilt went up very nicely, the tier 2 did well, and even the Ronin tier 3 boosted up a nice bit. So let's go take a look at the kilt. How well have you done over the past 24 hours? So it's around now, it's like 9 o'clock for me at the moment, where the early acceptances appeared. And, well, right now, this is just under $4. There's only 21 of these on the Steam market. There's not that many listings. Barders have gone up quite nicely, but the sales, look at that. Spike in demand. What happens when we see What happens when we see a new core piece being accepted? The pre-existing core pieces will spike in demand, spike in price, and notably with the likes of this kilt, it's happened. Not insanely, but there's a lot of sales, and the price has gone up basically almost double. No, it's like 50%, 50-60%. Yeah, that's closer. But yeah, if you happen to own Ronin collection, well, now you have to question: do people truly love the Ronin collection? Thank you, Palmish. Thank you very much for that. I keep having people gift sub in the background. I've got the scene to turn it off, but thank you very much for that. So, yeah. What's going to happen with this collection now? What do you reckon? Now, over the course of the past few weeks, we have been getting weapon skins uploaded and, of course, accepted. But, surprise, surprise, the Ronin Hoodie pants were accepted. There's a bit of a silly trend just before the likes of holiday event. So Halloween and Christmas, for example. The last Rust store just before those happen, we tend to see some late picks. And there you go. Ronin Hoodie pants were accepted. So, again, spike in demand for all of this. Even the AK went up a fair bit. This wasn't doing super good for a while. It basically went down to $1. Well, it boosted back up because, of course, new core pieces were accepted. Yeah, when clothing and armor is accepted, everything goes up. So this is now just under $2, only a few listings, and then it's back up to $2.50 again. This collection might be doing all right. Chat, do you like the colour red? Do you want to dress up like a cool-looking... Is it medieval Japan? Is that correct? Is that medieval design, chat? Am I correct to say that? I think so. I might be wrong. Feel free to comment. Feel free to explain. I don't know my Japanese history properly. My apologies. But basically, at the end of the day, maybe this might work out. Now, you probably don't want to run around in foresty areas in full red. Or maybe you do. Maybe you don't care. Maybe you want to be seen. Maybe you want people to know you do not care and you do not fear them. It's up to you. But at the end of the day, in terms of how well will the hoodie and pants do, well... First things first, we need to see how they line up in terms of their sales between the likes of the Tier 2 armour and, of course, the Tier 3 armour. Now, the Tier 2 did not sell that much because, of course, during the likes of the autumn-fall seasons, we saw a lot less people playing the game and we didn't see that many sales for a lot of Rust stores. So, again, if this potentially sells more than the Kilt, for example, but still less than the Tier 3, well, you know what? That would be perfectly fine. Plus, the likes of the Tier 3 is going to probably improve if this matches up closer to the likes of this. That would simply mean that due to the fact that there's a lot less of the Tier 2 over the course of, well, from here on into the future, will become the most expensive pieces because there's only so many of these in circulation compared to all the other pieces. In theory, if everybody wanted to buy full collections, there potentially could be a lot less of Tier 2. Therefore, well, if there's a lot less of them available, they rise up in price a whole lot easier and much higher. So, yeah, not too hard to comprehend there, I'm sure. So, yeah, that's it. That's all I can really say. Now, in regards to prices, like I said, we've got to wait it out. I know, I always say it, but you've got to play it smart. Again, if you already own Ronin collection and you need those hoodie pants, go buy them. Go buy them. Go enjoy them. But, yeah, if you're trying to make a profit out of these, we've got to wait, all right? So like I said, if it happens to sell perfectly in between the likes of Tier 2 or less than Tier 2 or just equal to the likes of Tier 3, yeah, it should work out right. If we end up with 20,000 sales each, then that's going to be a big problem. Big difference there. So this just simply not, it doesn't want to be the highest selling pieces of armor, clothing and armor, compared to all the other core pieces. It's as simple as that. Sounds good. Let's move on. Salvage sword. Right. I'm very sorry to say it, but people don't care for salvage sword skins. What do you mean, Hedge? Take a look. Yep. They always go down to $1. I know. Sucks. At the end of the day, he's got a skin accepted, so I'm sure he's happy, but yeah, that's not going to be retaining its value. At least from what I can see here. Over the past 2 years, we have had 7 other Savage Sword skins being accepted, and yeah, they're all basically around $1. Yep. Financial perspective. So yeah, if you're looking to try and make a profit out of this, 70 cents, 90 cents. Again, let's go give it some props. It is a cool design. Very well utilised transparency to make the edge look ever so nice and sharper. Plus, this was also an extra late pick, which you can see right there. Funnily enough, you can see him wearing the Jacklet outfit. But yeah, that is a very cool looking sword made by the likes of Mr. Zinc. Get a good look at that. Very nice and shiny. Oh yes. I like the design of the handle. But the problem is people just don't seem to respect Savage Sword skins. We've had a lot of acceptances this year, but none of them held their value. So for a $2.49 skin, even then, 70 cents, 90 cents. Sucks, but I'd rather not give you the wrong information. I'm pretty sure that's sounding clear to you if you just take a look at that for a good few seconds and notice. How many sales would that have? Well, it'll probably be equal to what you see around here. Probably about just under 10,000, maybe. So, moving on, here we have the Legacy Bow. This is not made by any skin creators. This is made by Face Punch themselves. And as I mentioned earlier, that Legacy Bow right there is available for the whole month of December. They mention that over here. Where is the... have I lost it? I mean, not like as a joke. I mean, my brain, it's lost. Legacy bow, as you can see over to here. So we just want to get confirmation of that. Legacy bow. Yes. The legacy bow is a limited time sorry. The legacy bow is a little... Imagine how many times it takes me to do these videos. The Legacy Bow is a limited time only store item which is only purchasable during the month of December. This bow pays homage to the first ever bow model in Rust. Basically, this appears to be an item that's going to persist in the Rust store throughout all of December. Potentially. I believe. You could buy one right now just to be 100% safe. But I'm pretty sure that's going to be persisting in the future Rust stores over the course of this month. But at the very least, if you want it, go buy it now. Do it. Right, so back over to here. All right. So the likes of what we see here, it's $3.49. However, in terms of its design, that looks really cool. Now, I don't have any footage right here, right in front of me that I can share with you. If I go back over to here. Oh, it didn't. You got it right here. Duh. So yeah, it's basically the nice old school twig design. But at the end of the day, that's it. That is it. Yes, it does look very unique, and I will give it that. It does look very cool. But are you the type of person who wants to ever have a very nice, colourful type of design of a bow? I guess that might be helpful to you. Now, when you look at that, do you notice any, like, helpful... does it help you out? Oh, is it any good to you? That's $3.49. Is that the type of money you want to be spending on an item like this? Again, the choice is yours. But at the end of the day, it's no different compared to a normal bow. Do you care that much? Choice is yours. But again, if you'd like to show some support to Face Punch for keeping this game working and steady for the past 10 years, maybe you want to go buy the bow. But at the end of the day, it's abnormal, which we mentioned earlier. We don't have to rush into buying it. Plus, very awkwardly, as you might have noticed, we can't easily tell how many of these have been bought because it's, this is made by Face Punch and this is very awkward. There's no there's no workshop page to look at. There's no subscriber counts we can follow. So that's all good. But again, surely there's a lot of these that have been bought. Now, basically, if this were to be persisting over the course of December in all the Rust stores. So that means you got December 14, December 21, December 28, and of course this Rust store. Yeah, that value very likely won't be holding. Because I do think there'll be a lot of these that have been bought. And therefore a lot of them will potentially end up in circulation. And then of course, well, there's an excess amount of them out there. Compared to genuine demand. Let's just pick to this. We have quantity sold and then we have genuine demand. And if it's not equal, well, there are problems. What problems? Well, if we have not much genuine demand, it's lower, well, we've got that excess stock right there. And what's going to happen to all that excess stock? Well, of course, like I said, it's going to flood the likes of the Steam market. It's going to flood the likes of third-party sites. And, of course, people who end up a little bit panicky, they're desperate to sell their stock. Well, they're going to be undercutting each other. They're going to go undercut. And the value of the skin, or rather item this is, very likely could end up going cheap. But the problem is we don't have all the details, so we can't fully give you the answers. It's awkward. At the end of the day, if you like it, by all means buy it, enjoy it, but in terms of buying these to make a profit, I'm a little bit conflicted. But like I said, it's abnormal, so we can still just do a buy order and then see how things play out as the time goes on. But after this, I don't expect it to be brought back ever again. It's not like a seasonal holiday item or anything. So yeah, we'll see. We shall see. I'm sorry that wasn't very well clear, but I'm sure you can understand all the little tidbits of information I gave you there that I'm not super confident in it based on the knowledge that I'm aware of. So, yeah. Other than that, we can sit there and say it's a pretty cool Rust store. And next week, we are expecting Christmas, which is also mentioned back over to here. So, as I scroll down, Christmas. Yes, Christmas. Christmas Rust store will be next week for December 14 and, of course, December 21. But the actual in-game Christmas content will be released on December 16th, 7 o'clock in the evening, Saturday, UK time. All right? So get your time zones correct. Europeans, I'm sure you know what the difference between the UK time is. Americans, go find out what London time is. Saturday, December 16, London time, 7 o'clock in the evening. Yes, sorry. I hesitated there. I was like, is that correct? Yes, it is. Yes. I'm fine. Or you can also see Eastern time there as well. And I botched it. There we go. Yeah, so cool. And, well, have you been keeping an eye on the workshop? Have you been looking at all the very nice, cool-looking Christmas-themed Rust skins? So, as we hop over to here, where is it? Here we are. Yes. Right, so, as you can see with my... nicely prepared follow Dorfus list. Hello, Mr. Micro. How you doing? We are receiving a lot of Christmas-themed skin submissions. Get a good look at all of that. I'll quickly hop over to here as well. You can see many more. I think we have a very nice, lovely batch right there. And if you want to know where they're all going to end up being, compiled in, we have a special collection which we can show you. So if you go to the main Rust Workshop page, which you can see right there, hover over Browse, click Collections, and you'll see this collection right here, TGG's Holiday 2023 Contest Entries page. If you go down to here, you'll notice that oh my god, there's 100 now. Yes. Basically, TGG is getting this all nicely prepared. There will probably be between 150 to 200 skins, and we are going to get two Christmas Rust stores out of these. Basically, do you remember how Halloween all played out? It's the exact same format. So go take a look at all of these in your own time. I'm not doing it all right here, right now. But yeah, get a good look at all of that. Get a good look at all that. It was still going. Get a good look at all of it. And yeah. Figure out which ones you like, show your support, consider voting yes or no, consider offering some nice comments. If you happen to like something lots and lots, go, write your heart out in a nice little comment. And don't forget to say thank you to Mr. TGG for getting this all nicely presented and whatnot. So, yes, that right there is where all the Christmas-themed Rust skins will be located. And the deadline is going to be, it's going to be in about 11 hours time from now. So basically, when it's December 7, 11:59 PST time zone, that is the deadline. No more Christmas skins. Where they will all be listed there. You can go through all of them, and well, we'll just wait and see which ones gets picked. And just to remind you, how many skins usually get picked? Well, if we go over to last year as an example, we had 2 Christmas Rust stores, and the first Rust store had you got 11 skins for the first week. And if we go to the second week, how many skins do we have accepted for the second week? We had 9. So 1 week had 11, 1 week had 9. Earlier this year, we had Halloween Rust stores, didn't we? And we had a lot, didn't we? Maybe we'll see the exact same thing. Maybe we won't. Did you like it when we had a ton of skins accepted for Halloween? Did you think it was awkward? What do you think? Would you like to see it again for Christmas? Consider commenting below and whatnot. I guess it wasn't bad. You got a lot of options. How can you complain? And of course, all the skin creators got a decent chance of being accepted. Cool. Understood. Right. Why was I mentioning people earlier in regards to the subscriptions? Well, if you aren't fully aware, the supporter streamer event is basically taking place now over the course of the next 3+ weeks up until December 31. December 31, almost midnight, going into January 2024. UK time. We are having this special event in which if you go onto Twitch and gift 2 subs, they have to be at least two tier 1 gifted subs to any streamer that is streaming Rust content on Twitch. You will receive a special code to be able to receive this Twitch Rivals desktop right there. If you go to the official page, just scroll down with that special code, you'll notice that there's a special redeem page located right here. Click that, and then you have to log in on this specific page with the Steam account that you want the special desktop skin to be sent to, and then you just go through the process. Done. You got it. Easy. It's easy as that. But you do have to go show some support to someone. It's up to you, but you got to go look around. So if I were to quickly grab this, here you go. Look, there's loads. There you go. There's loads of Rust people out there. All you got to do is just hop in and say hello, how you doing, and then attack them. Attack them with gifted sub. It's not hard. So yeah, pick one out. All affiliates and partners. They have to be either an affiliate or a partner. Understood? All good? So yeah, you get the idea. So look around, try and find someone. There might be some small-scale person that you watch who'd probably greatly appreciate the nice generosity. Do you know what you could also do, technically speaking? You get the code. You could also give them the code as well, if you wanted to. But just know this, you can't get multiple codes. You'll get one, and that's it. In theory, I guess you could have multiple Twitch accounts. That's for you to decide, all right? I'm just... You do you. But at the end of the day, it's very nice if you could show some support to smaller scale Twitch streamers and whatnot. It's up to you what you do with your money and whatnot as well, but cool. All right then, so I believe I've gone over everything. I guess I could talk about the commits because, you know, of course with the Force Wipeout now, we should keep an eye out for what potentially will be appearing in regards to the Christmas content, because that is expected to come out, of course, next Saturday. There was mentions of a Santa mask. We're probably going to see that being mentioned again. Very weirdly, there was mentions of a Frankenstein mask. And I'm not joking, I saw that. Let me go find it again. We've got cosmetic flowers here as well. But yeah, scroll down a fair bit. I want to find that Frankenstein mask. Where is it? If I control F and type in Franken. Right, not there, so we'll go to page 2. There you go. What's that being mentioned for? Potentially, maybe that's for next Halloween. Surely it's not going to be for Christmas. No, surely. Maybe they're coming up with ideas for Halloween early this year, and they're probably tied between Frankenstein and Dracula, and they picked Dracula, and they probably thought, you know what? That Frankenstein mask was actually pretty good. Let's just kind of save it, and then we'll come back to it for next Halloween. Maybe. At the very least, we don't need to worry about that for a while. Santa mask is the thing that we need to be worried about, because with the likes of a brand new holiday item, where am I? With a brand new holiday item, we could potentially see a previous holiday item not being brought back this year. What might that be? Well, I'm expecting that it would most likely be the likes of the Santa beard. You can't wear a beard with one of those masks. So maybe that gets omitted. We shall see. If you're an investor, consider making a move. But I will also point out there is 300 of these listed on the Steam market. Yes, there is a big fat 187 wall located right there. I worry for that. I don't know if that's going to be going up in price easily. Well, not with that still existing there. Awkward, I know. Yeah. But yes, if we happen to find out this isn't being brought back this year, I wouldn't be surprised if people jump in thinking that this is never going to be brought back ever again. But it's been around since like 2019, so it's not like there's hardly any of these that exist. So yeah, I guess that's everything. I think we've screamed and shouted more than enough in regards to every single thing that I could possibly think of. Chat, is there any questions, issues or problems that you might want to ask? Also, once again, I'd like to say thank you to all the people that subscribed during all of this. I have a specific scene in which it doesn't play sounds when I record a video in front of all of them. Chat, is there anything you want to say? Do you want to say hello to YouTube? But overall, with the likes of this week, we just have to play it safe and keep an eye on all the things. Like, over the course of this whole talk, this has just gained another 1,500 bare minimum sales. I don't know how long I talked for, but I'm pretty sure that's a lot. Hello, Mr. Wizard. How you doing, sir? So what's that front page looking like right now? If we go back over to here, is anything getting bought out? Oh, there you go. There's Kayak Mask. But only like one sold. Huh. It's a bit weird. What about on the second page? Oh, Halloween. Well, there's Ronin mask. Santa's bag. Well, at least we see another Christmas theme skin. That's nice to see. Any other Christmas theme skins? No. I really do hope we see a push for the likes of Christmas theme skins and whatnot. I really do. I really do. I need to sell them. I need profits. Maybe it happens over the course of this weekend. And, of course, with the likes of Twitch Rivals. So, this weekend, I would expect an even higher player count. With the weekend, people don't have school and whatnot, so they got all that spare time to play. And well, will we surpass 130,000? Can we go even further beyond? And will we see an even better player count compared to the likes of what we saw back in January of 2023? It was a very nice peak player count. It was a very nice average player count. It was beaten in July, though. It was easily beaten in July. But can we go even further beyond? We shall see. So overall, I'm still optimistic, but we can't say anything until, you know, once it all kicks off. So yeah, that's basically it. Christmas update next week. Everything's nice. Not much else to say. And yeah, that's it. That's it. So abnormals, none this week. We have those buy orders taking place in just under 3 hours' time from now. So for you, chat, at least you're aware of it. And for you watching this, wait until the next day. You'll see a video of me doing those buy orders with everybody. We're going to be fighting each other to try and buy them all. Oh, yes. And then we can look at the support afterwards and you get the idea. So, that's it. Thank you very much for all the people who watched. Thank you very much for all your support, especially you, chat, who subscribed and whatnot. And with that, I thank you all. See you all later.